and today we'll be talking about Mula Bandha, the root lock. So we'll be first off breaking down what the heck is Mula Bandha, why should you be interested in learning how to do it, and lastly, how to do it. All right, it's gonna be an awesome time. So take a seat, let's get to it. So Mula Bandha. First of all, bandha means to lock or to bond, and it's really about deepening our connection to prana and really learning how to collect and seal energy within the body. And in Hatha Yoga, we work with three primary bandhas, and those are Uddiyana Bandha, Jalandhara Bandha, and Mula Bandha. But we'll get to the other two at another time. Let's focus here. Mula Bandha. So we got Bandha, that's our lock, and Mula is meaning root. And so it refers to the root, the first chakra, the Muladhara chakra, and located at the very base of the spine. And so this chakra really correlates to our ability to feel, at least when this chakra is cleared and energized, which doing Mula Bandha will help. It helps us to feel a bit more motivated and inspired to work hard to achieve our goals. We feel more grounded and centered in our body and our minds. It also helps us to feel confident and secure and just really independent in who we are. So already reason enough to be intrigued on why you should be doing Mula Bandha. But if you're not yet, it also helps to just tone the muscles in the pelvic floor, bringing energy up the spine so that we can turn sexual energy and utilize it more for the higher chakras. Stimulates the small and large intestines. What else, Mula Bandha? It correlates to our energetic of apana vayu in the body. So that's our downward moving force. So on a physical level, you can think of it as our ability for elimination. So if you're finding that you're a bit constipated, this will be a really beneficial lock to help you with that. But even on more of the emotional and psychological level, it helps us to let go. So not only releasing physical waste, but mental waste as well. And letting go of any emotions or experiences that we're holding on to that we don't need, that are not helping us out to be the shine and the light and the brightness of who we really are. So this root lock will help us to release that as well. So yeah, that's why we need to be doing it. We'll be working with it on exhalation, mostly with our practices right now in the beginning, in our moon practice. When you do the Mula Bandha, when you do the Mula Bandha on inhalation, it's working a little bit more with the rising of Kundalini. So baby steps, we'll get there eventually, but that's not what we'll be working with quite yet. So let's see, how do we do this? How do we do this amazing root lock that can do so many beneficial things for our mind and our body? So really when we exhale properly and fully and deeply, it already starts to initiate that upwards lift of the pelvic floor. So just start right now already to bring your attention to the very base of your spine. So you can think of it between the genitals and the anus. It's the perineum, and lifting that up. For women, it's right behind the cervix. And as ladies, we've grown up knowing about Kegels. It's the same concept. But it's really, really subtle. So we can also relate it to that feeling of when you have to pee and you hold in that. But if we're starting to make like a face when we're doing it, it's just too much. So just stay a little bit more relaxed and calm, and let that lift be so gentle and so subtle. And it's just really toning the pelvic floor. And you can already start to feel it right now as you just sit here. You may feel it as like almost a pulsation that you can engage. And then the more that we practice it, the longer we'll be able to hold it and it won't feel like such a pulse in and out, and it will stay steady. So now that we know what it is, where it is, let's practice actually doing it within our yoga practice. So ultimately we can incorporate this into really all of our asana practice on exhalation in our moon class. But for today, we'll just work with a dynamic child's pose to start really finding the subtleties of this root lock. So go ahead and come to a tabletop position, so on all fours. You can bring your wrists under your shoulders, knees under your hips, spine parallel to the floor. And the movement was just simple. So we'll take this movement here on an inhale, and then as you exhale, you'll sit your hips back to your heels, bend your elbows, land your forearms to the floor, and then your forehead will come to the floor. Or at least reach towards it, chest on the thighs. And so we'll work with Mula Bandha on our exhale as we come to child's. So take a deep breath in here. Through the nose, lips are sealed. And then as you exhale, engage the root lock, so lift the pelvic floor, sit your hips onto your heels, soften the forearms to the floor, chest to thighs, forehead to floor. Go ahead and release the root lock. Inhale, rise back up to 4-point kneeling. Let's try a few more times. Exhale, Mula Bandha, engage, so lifting the pelvic floor, sitting back into child's. Release the root lock and then take your breath in. Yeah? Making sure that root lock is released. Exhale, engage Mula Bandha. Sit back into child, moving really nice and smoothly and slowly, working with the rhythm of your breath. Release the root lock. Inhale, all fours. Exhale, root lock engage, child's pose. Release the root lock. Inhale, rise up. Take yourself through 2 more rounds. As you exhale, root lock is engaged. Stay with the rhythm of your breath. Releasing the root lock before you breathe in. 1 more. There you go. So hopefully that helped break down that root lock for you guys, so you can start incorporating Mula Bandha into your practice and already start to feel a bit more grounded and steady in your mind and your body every single day. All right, guys, if you have any questions, just comment below. Thanks for watching.